Hi there. This is a reading for the collective. Take what resonates, leave the rest. So I want to talk about, first, the topic of this reading is going to be, what are you moving towards? And I asked God that we get the answer we're looking for is more like, what good things are we moving towards? So like I was very specific about that. But what I want to point out, I don't always do this, is the crystals that I was drawn to for this reading. So this is green aventurine, and this is a very abundant crystal. And then I can't remember all the properties of tiger eye, but tiger eye is associated with a Leo, the sign, and what's coming to mind is courageous. So, you know, the very first message is you got to be courageous about like what you're going after right now, and just know that it's going to work out. It's going to be very abundant. Okay, so let's get right to it. No delaying. I hope everybody's good. Thank you for coming here and watching my videos. As always, if you're new, welcome, and I hope you enjoy this. Talk about abundance. I love to see it. We got the crystal abundance, we got the card abundance, like it's just overflowing for us. King of Cups, I just said overflowing. Yeah. And I feel like, we'll see what the cards say, but I feel like it's abundance in every sense of the word. Reciprocal energy, but receiving, like you've given a lot in your life, and I feel like it's finally your time to receive. And the Knight of Pentacles is very slow and steady. You probably have been working at this for a long time, and you're being, you know, it's being recognized by God. Five of Swords, I saw that twice. So, you know, it's a really good energy. Let's see. The Devil reversed. Interesting. That's not good energy. Okay. Well, you know, we just did a reading about like blocking. Did I do I thought I did. I don't know. Oh man. So, you know, this is giving a vibe of like what might be kind of hindering your forward momentum. I almost said success, so I should have just said what I was, you know, my intuition was telling me. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but okay, that's really good. I mean, this could be, the first couple of cards could be past energy, but I'm kind of feeling like it's a little bit current. Like maybe it's not 100%, yeah, that's good. The Empress reversed. Maybe it's not 100% like you've, you know, moved through this energy yet, but you're working on it for sure. I think one of the things that's kind of still a struggle for you is the receiving part of it, is the nurturing part of it. This orange is giving solar plexus, or not sacral chakra energy, which is creativity and sexuality. So like with that in mind, it's very important, and I've been trying to do this too. It's very important for you right now to be as creative as you can. If you're a reader like me, like this is a form of creativity. I just got super drained all of a sudden, and I'm not like tired today. So, you know, you're probably doing too much right now to like kind of surprise justice isn't here. There's a balance between like ebb and flow and taking action and then like taking rest, right? Capricorn energy, Pisces energy, and then Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, very grounding, and twice, like there's a lot of Pentacle energy, which is very grounding and steady and not rushing. Like we don't have wands energy here. So you shouldn't be trying to rush through this. I understand your fear is getting the better of you because you're like, well, it never worked out before, so I just want to rush through the bad part. But what, like, why? This is actually the good part. You don't want to rush through that, right? But I understand your fear. I understand that you're used to it not working out. So that's kind of what this is telling you. And you're kind of like, what if I'm wrong? The High Priestess reverse. The High Priestess is so connected that it's like, you know, you are very connected. You can't get it wrong. What's really interesting to me too, like, not that there's not masculine energy here, but we've got feminine energy and it's in the reverse. So still a reminder of like, yeah, we really got to be soft in receiving and get out of the masculine energy. The success piece is going to come from a balance of the masculine energy. You can't have just one. Like, you can't be completely in your masculine energy because you need your heart to guide you forward. And the masculine energy, if you go forward with the masculine energy, you still will be successful. But the problem will be that you're not really going to enjoy the success because it's going to feel empty without your heart with it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's just off the bat what we're getting, and we're going to pull. I don't know why I was called to, these cards are going to be, well, this deck and then another deck I'm going to use are going to be kind of similar energy. I just was called, like, this is black and white on the back side. This is black and white, and then it's like really colorful. I mean, this card isn't colorful, but you know, like, there's different colors in here. So even the writing's very similar. So I don't know. I was just really called to bring the color in, and that's part of the problem. Like, you need to bring the color in and not think so black and white, not moving forward in the black and white energy. Lessons. Like, it's not all black and white. There's a gray area, and the fact that that one card was gray is like super interesting. I just saw unexpected. This is a zodiac. Oh, I wanted to put that up right, but this is a zodiac deck. And what's interesting is I always have my other really pretty, like, this is a beautiful deck too, don't get me wrong, but it's like stunningly beautiful astrology deck. And it's a blue deck, but I was like, I have to get this astrology deck out for some reason. Okay, this was upright, remember? That's the first card we saw. It's interesting. Reverse, upright, breakthrough. Yeah, so you're about to have a breakthrough about it, but these things are kind of getting in the way of you doing it. Capricorn. Part of it has to do with, like, ooh, Leo in the house, expression. Part of the struggle for you is you're thinking too material instead of thinking, or instead of like remembering why you're doing the things you're doing. And when I see the 10 of Cups, I think, you know, the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So this is like you with your family, and you're abundant and everything is amazing. So I get the feeling that you're trying to move towards, you're working on moving towards like abundance in every area of your life, which is beautiful. You might already be abundant in, let's say, love or career or whatever, but it's like everything is aligning for you or trying to align, but you got still a little hiccups right now that you need to deal with before you actually do move forward. Let me light this again. And I'm debating, I might actually, or, you know, that's got a lot of color too. I like the other deck I was going to use is the signs deck. So I feel like it's gotta go at the end, just like a couple cards, but I don't know why I'm drawn to adding another layer here. So maybe there's multiple layers of the success. This deck is very colorful as well. That's kind of funny. Maybe some of you need to like, made the list, ignored it, made the list, ignored the list. Maybe some of you just need to do like an adult coloring book or something like that. That would be a lot of fun. Can't even. And I also feel like I need to say, because I'm like, why would I be drawn to this? Ooh, my heart. Like my chest area is in pain right now, right before I was about to say something. So what am I going to say? What was I going to say? Oh, it's interesting that I'm picking the Dead Inside deck. It's funny, but it's not what we're putting off feeling again. It's not what we're trying to move towards, right? We're not trying to be like overwhelmed, like have a lot of things we got to do, people pleasing, over explaining, which that's like the same energy. Open third eye, saw email, you know, we talked about the High Priestess reverse. I'm kind of surprised I didn't put this over here, but oops, sorry about that. Yeah, it's interesting that I'm pulling this out, and I feel like I need to say to you, wow, this is really interesting. That's why I think I picked this deck second, is because, you know, God is saying this isn't a joke, which is really interesting because I was just thinking about how I did a video about rigidity recently. I was thinking about that before I came on to do this video. So like that seems very contradictory. It's like, okay, God, do you want us to be lighthearted or not? But I feel like God's saying to you, like, this is serious what you're doing, and don't minimize what you've done, what you're gonna do. Don't, you know, wrath is coming to mind. Don't, like, it's okay to be angry. God is not, Spirit is not saying you're not allowed to be angry because you haven't, like, you feel like you haven't succeeded on the level you wanted to. Like, that's totally okay. But, like, don't, like, be blasphemous, or, I don't know. It's, like, weird because I don't see the collective as, you know, like, sure, you might be a little petty, okay, or upset. Like, that's totally fine. But I don't see you as, like, you know, being like, F you, God, you know, like, I don't know. So maybe I need a clarifier on that one. What are you talking about, Spirit, specifically? Let's put this here. Why did you say this isn't a joke? Scrolling instead of healing. It wasn't closure. Oh, I know what it is. Scrolling instead of healing. So, like, it's crunch time is what's being said to you by Spirit. Like, no more lollygagging. The Knight of Pentacles, we saw it upright. So it's like, okay, yeah, I've been kind of, and I relate to this too. Like, I've been doing this myself, like, kind of taking steps towards what I want to do, and then maybe falling backwards a little bit by, like, scrolling, like, doing things that are unhealthy for me, even though I know they're unhealthy, and I like, have been actively trying to, you know, get out of that energy. My gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get comfortable here. But, you know, I've been falling backwards a little bit, and I know I'm doing it, but I still do it. So, you know, that's why I heard it's not a joke anymore. So it's crunch time for you, for us, for the collective. So we've got the Devil reversed. I'm trying to light this damn sage. It, like, doesn't wanna. With the 5th house reversed, and open third eye, saw email, digital interference, inner conflict. So, yeah, pleasure. What's the opposite of pleasure? You know, not pleasure. I can't think of the word that, like, displeasure, or I don't know. Anyway, this feels like, okay, the opposite. I've been seeing joy. Like every time I pull cards, joy comes out. So this is like sadness, negativity, and creativity's on here too. Look at that. So shutdown, you know, and I mean, this card is literally saying it, inner conflict. It's like, I want this pleasure, but what's the cost? And like, am I still tied to the past of where I think I'm getting somewhere and I think I'm getting what I need, and I'm not gonna have it. Like, it's a wish, it's a dream, it's a hope, but I can't have it. And I was thinking about, so the signs deck, my friend Catherine and I was trying to see, because I was getting this message about her doing readings, and when I pulled cards out of the sign deck, and I was just having her try to, you know, tell me what she thought, the feathers one came out, the feathers card came out, and it says messages on it, and there's feathers on here. So you know the difference, the fact that the High Priestess is right after, you know the difference between a real, like your gut and fear. That's all this is telling you. Like, don't get caught up in the chains that held you back before. And that's, you know, God saying to you, like, it's not a joke. You gotta really go hard at this. Go ham at this, okay? You're not chained anymore. High Priestess reversed with ninth house reverse, and then can't even, overwhelmed, shut down, apathy. Now, with this High Priestess and learning card, I feel like part of your trouble about moving towards the things you want is your ego, the devil. Like, you think you already know what you need to know. And not to say that you're not very knowledgeable about your life and the things that you want. And, you know, maybe you've been healing for a long time. Maybe your career, you're really good at it. But there's such a thing as like thinking too highly of yourself, where it gets into the ego, where you're not willing to admit if you do something wrong, or you're not willing to still be a student. Like, that's kind of what's coming up for this. Like, you got to check your ego right now. And I feel like there's a little bit too much, like, on the other side of it, like, two truths right here. It's completely different energy. Because of this overwhelm card, like, you might be working too hard on healing, on learning. So actually, no, this would be two different things. So you need to see which one you resonate with, because, yeah, this is different. I'm sorry, I probably confused you. But for the second group or whatever, you might be working too hard and feeling like you still need to learn before you move forward, and that's not true. There's feathers in this one too. And then some of you in the collective are like, I know everything, and, you know, I'm just the best ever. And you are great. Like, you know, we're not denying that, but you don't want your ego involved here, and you might be overdoing it, and that's where you're getting into kind of like a shutdown phase of it, okay? And I said shutdown over here in the first set of cards. That's interesting. I forgot about that till just now. So then we've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed with 12th house reversed with made the list, ignored the list. Another shutdown. That's 3 in a row. You need to shut down your mind for sure. Like, stop overthinking it. Like, that's another message. It's like, okay, you know what you want. Now's the time to go after it. Like, you already know the details. So why are you thinking about it more? Like, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. Like, we're already past that stage, right? So subconscious, all things hidden, limiting beliefs, self-sacrifice, sorrow, isolation. Yes, isolation feels like a big one. You probably have been in isolation for a long time, and Spirit is now saying it's time to go. Like, the Knight of Pentacles is taking it slow, but he's reversed. So, you know, and it's not to say you have to like hurry and do everything right now, but it's like, okay, we need to start steadily moving towards the things we need to do. And, you know, maybe you're like me and you don't like lists, and that's totally fine, but stop avoiding the things that you know you need to do. Stop doing the things you shouldn't be doing and start making an effort towards what you want. Like for me, what I've been doing is every day coming on here and posting some kind of video. Even if it's something that it's like a flyer, which maybe I'll do tomorrow because I'm doing this video. Like, I'm just showing God that I am committed to my business. Like, that's kind of a message. Ooh, and I'm getting like a little bit of a tingle on the top of my head. So I definitely feel like you need to show you're committed. That's like, it's not a joke. You need to really push forward. And it's not saying if you're tired, you should, just push through it. You know, you got to take care of yourself too. There's a balance with everything. And I know it can be confusing, but you got to listen to your body. You got to listen to your body. I talked to my therapist on Thursday. I had a session with her, and she said to me, wow, you're really in tune with your body. It took me a long time to get here, but I am, because I know it's important that I listen. Otherwise, that's when you get a burnout and you can't move forward. So this shutdown is kind of like a warning. I got chills, because you need to really find balance. Like, in part of like your shutdown is that you're pouring into things that you don't want to do instead of what you really want to do out of fear. And again, understandable, but now we're in the home stretch. We got to really push forward and do what we love, okay? In every sense of the word. So then we got the 10 of Cups with Uranus, breakthrough, pretending to like people, masking, people pleasing, exhaustion. Oh my God, that's 4 cards now. Damn. Change, awakening, innovation, sudden events, epiphanies. Yeah, epiphanies feel like a thing, but there's still areas of your life where you might be, well, I already said you're doing things that are unhealthy for you. So people pleasing could be one of those things, but I feel like there's still areas of your life where you're kind of putting on a mask and a face and you don't really want to do it. So you got to ask yourself, if it's people that you don't like in your life, like, why are they still there? Can they be removed? Ask yourself those 2 questions. But if it's something you're doing, like you have to do like work or, you know, something like that, or taking care of someone, and sometimes that's hard, you know, like, I don't know, I'm just throwing scenarios out there, like, be a good person and help someone, but you know what I'm saying, like, there might be something that's like draining you. If you can get out of it, do it. If not, you gotta find a way to make it a positive thing, or you gotta find more time to pour into your cup. That way, like the Empress, you gotta like flip this upright. So, you know, make sure that you're doing more self-care with the things that you might still have to do that you don't enjoy. But if you can eliminate them completely, I would 100% do that. Page of Pentacles upright with Capricorn reverse, over-explaining everything. Anxiety, insecurity, rambling. Like I said, this is similar energy here. People pleasers do this. I used to do this all the time, and I still sometimes catch myself doing that. But this is kind of like, excuse me. This is kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like opposing energy, because the Page of Pentacles is very curious. He or she is starting to move towards abundance. Like, grounding energy, really, really good. But then the Capricorn reverse is like, man, I'm a workaholic. I got, I need all of the money. I need all the materialistic. I need all the material things because I'm a material girl living in a material world. I don't know. And it's not bad to want those things, but you got to make sure you're in this energy and not this energy. And maybe you've been kind of explaining to, maybe if you don't talk to God, whoever you talk to, your guides, whoever, whatever, like if you're praying, you're like, well, I really want this, but these are the conditions or whatever. And it's like, you don't get to decide that. Like, you need to put out there what you want and wait to see what unfolds, because your idea, like I'm telling you, and I know people are like, oh God, that's so cliche, but it's true. For example, I wrote out the person that I wanted to be with, and I had somebody in mind, but my boyfriend is a million times better than what I imagined. So like, you don't know better. Like, you think, well, it needs to happen in this succession, or it needs to be by this date, and it's like, you can't. That's a lack mindset. Then you have to really be mindful of how what your energy is when you're focusing on the things you want to move towards, if that makes sense. Okay, so the Empress reverse with the Sun upright and then putting off feeling again. You're afraid to really express and be happy. Like, you're afraid to allow that joy. Okay. And again, completely understandable, but yeah, resistance. Oh my God, shut the front door, shut down. This is the only card that did not have tired, exhaustion, like shut down. That's insane. Wow. So normally with a putting off feeling card, I would think, oh, you're just not dealing with your emotions, like the bad ones. But this is more like, hey, I've got really good feelings about this. I feel really good right now, and not feeling guilty about feeling good, not feeling like, if you feel good, that's when things get taken away from you. That's what you really got to deal with. That's like all these together. You got to sit with that energy, maybe write out why you feel like this is going to get taken away from you. This is kind of saying that too. So you can move forward towards the things that you really want, because that's what's ultimately holding you back. Okay. So now I want to pull some sign cards to see what Spirit has to say about what you can look out for, or anything else that needs to come through with this message. And this was a beautiful message. It really is benefiting me as well. And I hope that same for you, of course, always. Healing. See, you got to really take it easy. I'm telling you. And I'm hearing the message too. It's for me as well. Butterflies are definitely a sign. Patience. Dead. Patience, possibility, globe. Didn't we have a globe somewhere on one of these? Yeah. Look at, it's a world, but, no, it's Uranus. Just kidding. But either way, similar. Ancestry. Ask your ancestors for help. But you're going to recover. Okay, you're gonna rest, you're gonna recover, but right now right now you're transitioning into this new beginning. These new beginnings, not this. These. The fact that I have these like that, I feel like I need one more card actually. So sometimes transitions require more rest. If you get tired and you're like, man, I really need a nap today, or I thought I was going to go do this, but I can't. You need to say no. Opportunity. Beautiful. It's coming. Look at the world, planets. Well, it sounds like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But see, saying no. Have boundaries, okay? Opportunities are knocking at your door, but you have to take care of yourself. You can't, let's say you do have a shutdown and a breakdown, or what was the other thing? Exhaustion, like you get, you know, just a cold or something, and you're at home for a few days and you can't really do anything that you want. Like, and then all of a sudden this success comes, this joy, this happiness, and it lands right on your door, but you don't feel good. So you can't really enjoy it until you feel better. You don't want to run into that. So make sure you're taking care of yourself first, always, okay? The success is already, the thing you need to recognize too, the success is already with you. Like, it's yours, right? And you probably have already had some success. So maybe you need to think about the moments that you've had success with the things that you want and love and all that. And that'll help you move towards it too. Well, that was a really good reading. I'm so glad I did this. I hope this helped you, and thank you so much for being here always. Any likes, shares, subscribers to my channel are super helpful and appreciated. I'm trying to monetize this channel, so subscribing to my YouTube channel would be super duper helpful if you're called to. Any donations to my channel are super appreciated, but not expected. I will put my CashApp, Venmo, and PayPal in the comments. Also, I have a business phone now, so you can call or text to set up an appointment with me, a one-on-one with me. You can also text me one time for a free card. I'm going to put that in the comments as well. I am offering video readings right now and one-on-one readings, like via Zoom. The video readings are cheaper. I will put the link in the comments for that, and it's all on my booking website, so you can check out my booking website to see more details about it, which I will put in the comments as well. So thank you again for being here, and I hope this helped you.